Donald Trump is back in the White House, and he's bringing his hardline immigration policies with him. Just days into his new term, Trump announced sweeping plans to crack down on undocumented immigrants, including mass deportations. These proposals have ignited a firestorm of controversy, with critics denouncing them as cruel, impractical, and possibly unconstitutional. Trump's plans mark a return to the aggressive immigration enforcement that defined his first term. He has vowed to deport millions of undocumented immigrants, including those with no criminal records. This echoes his previous administration's focus on deportations, which resulted in the removal of nearly 1.2 million unauthorized immigrants. Trump argues that these measures are necessary to protect national security and restore law and order. He claims that undocumented immigrants are a drain on the economy and pose a threat to public safety. However, these claims are disputed by many experts, who point out that immigrants commit crimes at lower rates than native-born Americans and contribute significantly to the U.S. economy. Trump's most controversial proposal is his plan to initiate mass deportations, potentially involving the military and local law enforcement. This has sent shockwaves through immigrant communities across the country, where fear and uncertainty now prevail. The Department of Homeland Security has announced plans to begin raids this week, starting in Chicago, targeting over 300 individuals with violent crime histories. The prospect of mass deportations has drawn sharp criticism from human rights groups, who argue that it would tear families apart and violate the rights of individuals who have established roots in the United States. Many undocumented immigrants have lived in the U.S. for years, if not decades, and have children who are American citizens. The use of the military and domestic law enforcement also raises serious legal and ethical questions. Critics argue that it sets a dangerous precedent and could lead to the militarization of American society. The Trump administration has defended its plans, arguing that they are necessary to enforce immigration laws and deter future illegal immigration. Beyond the moral and ethical concerns, Trump's mass deportation plans face significant logistical and economic hurdles. Experts estimate that implementing the plan could cost a staggering $315 billion. This raises serious questions about the feasibility of such an undertaking, especially given the already strained resources of immigration enforcement agencies. Previous mass deportation efforts under Trump faced a $230 million budget shortfall within ICE, highlighting the financial challenges of such operations. Moreover, the economic consequences of mass deportations could be severe. Undocumented immigrants make up a significant portion of the workforce in many industries, and their removal could lead to labor shortages, business closures, and a decline in economic output. The long-term effectiveness of mass deportation as a deterrent to future illegal immigration is also questionable. Many factors drive migration, including poverty, violence, and climate change, and simply removing people from the country does not address these underlying issues. Trump's immigration crackdown has already faced legal challenges, and more are expected. Legal experts predict significant hurdles for the plan, including challenges related to civil rights and the use of the military in domestic law enforcement. While a conservative majority Supreme Court has historically backed executive branch authority on immigration, legal challenges are still anticipated, and courts will decide whether to block policies during litigation. The international community has also condemned Trump's immigration policies. Pope Francis has criticized the mass deportation plans as a disgrace, and other world leaders have expressed their concerns. International cooperation will be essential for deportations, with varying levels of acceptance from different countries. Mexico and northern Central America generally accept returns, but countries like Venezuela and Cuba do not, potentially creating further complications for the Trump administration. As Trump charges ahead with his controversial immigration agenda, one thing is certain: the battle over immigration policy in the United States is far from over. The coming months and years will likely see continued legal challenges, political battles, and moral debates as the nation grapples with this complex and emotionally charged issue.